Hello, this is Peter, and today we will talk about how to find and explain why Jonah ran away from God. Finding Jonah running away from God. In Jonah 1:3, it says, "But Jonah ran away from the Lord and headed to Tarshish. He went down to Joppa, where he found a ship bound for that port. After paying the fare, he went aboard and sailed for Tarshish to flee from the Lord." It is simple to find the event Jonah running away from God because you just need to read the book carefully enough to recognize the verse. He was trying to go to Tarshish, which was very far from Nineveh. He was trying to run away from God, which is not possible. Finding why Jonah ran away from God. You can find the answer to this question in Jonah 4:2, which says, "He prayed to the Lord, 'Isn't this what I said, Lord, when I was still at home? That is what I tried to forestall by fleeing to Tarshish. I knew that you are a gracious and compassionate God, slow to anger and abounding in love, a God who relents from sending calamity.'" This verse tells us that Jonah ran away from God because he knew that God would give the Ninevites mercy. He thought that he didn't need to tell the chance of salvation to the Ninevites. He thought that sparing the Ninevites was wrong and that God should destroy them for their past sins. In order to explain, you need to read Jonah 1:2 and Jonah 1:3-10. Jonah 1:2 says, "Go to the great city of Nineveh and preach against it, because its wickedness has come up before me." In here, it says that there was wickedness in the Ninevites. Also, in Jonah 3:10, which says, "When God saw what they did and how they turned from their evil ways, he relented and did not bring upon them the destruction he had threatened." There is also the aspects of the Ninevites being evil. After you find these passages, you can understand that one of the reasons that Jonah ran away from God is because he didn't want to save the evil-doing Ninevites. To wrap it up, the reason that Jonah ran away from God is that he didn't want God to act like his character. He wanted God to destroy the unfavorable evil Ninevites instead of saving them. God's characteristics is graceful, compassionate, and abounding in love. He would not destroy them, but Jonah hoped that God would destroy the evil Ninevites. Thank you for listening.